Hello, everybody. Welcome to Gotta Be Handmade. My name is Linda. I'm the YouTube personality behind the Gotta Be Handmade channel. I bring attention to handmade artists by increasing their exposure through my social media platforms. Today, we have John Roberts, the creative genius behind Custom Wood Concepts. Hi, John. Thank you for joining me.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm so excited to talk with you today. I am a fan of your work, and I love your custom monitor stands. I think they are fabulous. Now, first, how did you get started as being the giant in the industry?
Well, it wasn't something I decided, hey, I'm going to start doing it. It's one of those things that just sort of happened, working a regular 9-to-5 job, so to speak. I got laid off back in 2011 and started making a few things just to kill the time. And, a neighbor wanted me to build a few things, and, she liked what I built. She said, you should try selling these online. And I put them online, not really expecting much, but it just kind of took off from there.
Oh, wonderful. Your woodwork is beautiful. I just love it. So how long have you been doing it?
Yeah, I've actually been building stuff since I was a teenager. Not that my teenage items looked as great as they do now, but pretty well self-taught. Had a little bit of shop class in school and mechanical drawing to where I could draw up plans and all that. But it's mainly just self-taught, watching online videos of other people getting little tips and things and how to, and just kind of working it out, making sure that the vision I have in my head fits, trial and error. And eventually, I end up coming up with something that works.
They are beautiful. Now, I love your computer monitor stands. What type of wood do you use to create those?
I use a southern white pine. I mean, it's very inexpensive, easy to work with, and it holds up very well. A lot of people like solid oak or cherry, these really expensive woods, but actually that southern white oak, you can stain it to look like any wood you want. So,
okay.
And that's my thing. I mean, yeah, I could use a more expensive wood and all that, but I want to make things affordable for my customers.
Right. Now, the monitors, when you create them, are they created individually? What I mean is, we get those in different sizes?
Yes, you can. I list one size online, but have a little button on the side that you can click to request a custom item. I've had a lot of customers, say, this is 20 inches wide, but I really prefer to have one 25 inches wide. Maybe the drawer be a little bigger or whatever, and I'll accommodate any reasonable request that they have. As a matter of fact, the original monitor stand that I built personally for myself didn't even have a drawer. I just wanted something to raise my monitor up higher to eye level.
Okay.
And I posted it online, and somebody said, could you add a drawer to that? And then somebody else had asked, and then another. I thought, what seems like the more popular thing to do would be to add a drawer to it and make that standard.
Yeah.
So once I added a drawer to it, it really took off. People liked it.
And the drawer is a perfect place to keep our disc. It's so hard to find a place to put your disc and have them right there available for you. And that drawer is perfect. I just love it.
Right. The main reason for me building it not only was to bring it up to eye level, but if you have one of those keyboards on your desk, as you do, if you have a desktop, you can slide it underneath your monitor, underneath the
Yeah.
monitor stand, and it'll give you more workspace on your desk should you need it.
Oh, wonderful. I didn't realize that.
That is the purpose. It has an underneath space. Some people have laptops that, you know, once they fold out, they like to store underneath the monitor stand, and that'll give them some room to do their paperwork or what have you. You know.
Yes. Oh, that is perfect. That's why you're the genius you are.
Well, you know, people can build any birdhouses or whatever, but my products, I tend to try to build things that people can use
Yes.
in order to organize. Not just something pretty, but something that can help them organize or situate everything. You know, anything that can make life a little bit easier.
And they can be used. They are perfect. I think they are excellent. And I'm going to ask you about the finish. How is it stained, or do we choose it, or are they painted? How are they preserved?
Most, I'd say 80% of the items that I sell online are unfinished.
Okay.
And right, this will allow the customer to add the color of stain or paint they want, and I will typically add a scrap piece of wood or two in so that they can test a piece of wood to see what it's going to look like.
Oh,
And that's the way they can stain it to match their decor.
yes.
Like,
That's
can you
one.
stain it cherry for me? Well, you know, cherry stain will look different on one type of wood than it will another.
That's right.
So you need to give them that. And I mean, I do offer things that I will paint black or white
Okay.
because, you know, black and white goes with just about anything. And
Yes.
I stain colors. Now, some people may ask, you know, can you just put me some type of stain on it? It doesn't matter. You know, I do have a few colors available, and I'll put a protective gloss coat on it for them. But for the most part, most of my items are unfinished and ready for
Okay.
the customer.
Okay. Now, John, how long does it take us to get a custom order if we change the size?
The custom order, I mean, it really depends on how busy I am.
Yeah.
But I typically can have it ready within 5 or 6 days and shipped out, depending on
Oh,
how interesting. If
oh,
it's some minor changes, right? Because I have most of the templates for everything. If they just want to, you know, I want it a little taller, I
mm,
have most pieces cut out for the stand. All I have to do is change the legs to make it taller.
okay.
It doesn't really
Okay.
take that long, right? If they want to change every aspect of it, every dimension, then it may take me a little longer. For
I
the
got
most part, it's not too long.
I got you. I understand. Now, John, give us the name of your Etsy shop where we can find your products.
Custom Wood Concepts is the name of the shop, and I believe no need to put spaces in between. It's all one word. I think you can hit Custom Wood Concepts /Etsy.com and find my shop.
Okay. Now, John, show us the show us the computer stand so we can
Okay,
see it.
this is
Yeah.
not the this is not the exact one I have online, but
Okay.
the stained one right here.
Yes.
Right, has a
Oh,
little drawer to keep things in it.
yes.
And you can see this will be the underneath space for your keyboard to slide underneath.
Yes.
Monitor on top, plenty of space. Clear up your and it also, through the back side, we have a little hole in the drawer that will allow you to put your phone inside the drawer and run your phone cord out to charge it if you want to keep your phone in the drawer.
Oh my goodness. John, you are something else. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Oh, it's perfect. You thought of everything.
Yeah, it comes to me sometimes in my sleep. You just never know when it'll pop in.
It's wonderful. I just love it.
Yeah, now I will say, some of the ideas with my products actually come from the customer itself. Uh,
Yes,
a customer may ask, "Can you add this to that?" And I'm like, "Oh, I never thought of that.
yes.
That's something I'll make standard on."
Well, that's what's one of the most wonderful things about handmade artists. When we have an opportunity to meet you, we can tell you what we need and you'll create it for us. That no other place can we get that type of relationship for the things we need other than from handmade artists.
Right. You can't go to any of these big stores, not to
No,
mention any name, and buy anything that I make. I mean, I have people tell me, "Oh, I could go buy something like that down here at so and so." Yeah, but it's not solid wood,
no, no.
and it's
You can't.
crap. So,
Mm-mm, you can't.
and I guarantee you, mine will be around a lot longer than what you may buy at some of those other places.
Oh, yes. And we'll get more usage from it.
Oh yeah,
Now,
and,
John,
and you can't get custom made either. So
yes. Now, John, I'm a fan of your computer monitor stands, but I
mhm.
understand that your top seller is something else. Tell us what it
it,
is.
it is a ribbon spool rack for not necessarily women, but I say the majority of women are crafters with ribbon and all that. I mean, there may be some men, but the little spools of ribbon that they typically will keep in a bag, and they're such and through. They want to make a little bow for their flowers. Even flower shops use them or whatever. But to
Yeah.
make a little rack that will hold these round spools and keep them organized in a row. And I happen to have one behind me right here.
Oh, show it to us, John.
This here, try to
Okay.
keep it back. Try to keep it back here, and we have these little spools of ribbon right here. Now this one is actually made for some larger spools, but I don't have any.
Okay.
And they can mount it up on the wall, and it'll keep their little spools organized,
Yes.
ready to pull off of the roll whenever they are ready.
Okay.
And but I have maybe 10 or 12 different variations of
Yes.
those because there are so many different sizes and styles of ribbon spools that you have to make different sizes for different
Yes.
people. Uh, that was the first thing I sold online, and I've sold well over 2,000.
Oh my goodness. They are so necessary in keeping those schools organized. And I understand you also do custom orders for those.
Absolutely. Those I have made in just about every size and shape that you can imagine. Um, I mean, anything from just a real teeny small thing with one rod to hold maybe 5 spools,
Yeah.
all the way up to a 6 foot wide, 6 foot tall rack that I had made for a ribbon manufacturing company. They wanted to do
Oh,
craft shows. I get that great. That was a job, I'm telling you. But they said they needed one, and I said I'll try my best to build it and get it to you. So I mean, I've made them big and small, any way you want them.
John, they are fabulous. I love your work. Now, once again, tell us where we can get your things.
That's Etsy. It's on Etsy.com. Search for Custom Wood Concepts. One word, no spaces. You can find me there. You can also search Custom Wood Concepts on Facebook, and that is where I list most of my custom made work.
Yes. Oh, John, before we close, I went to your Facebook page yesterday. I called my husband. I said, "You've got to see these things on John's page." We spent time looking. We scrolled as far back as we could go. Your work is fabulous. I think it's marvelous. You do a great great job.
Thank you.
I'm so glad I met you, and I thank you for joining me today. I hope you'll come back and join me again.
Anytime, anytime.
Thank you, John. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in today. And thank you for meeting John with me. He has wonderful things that he creates from wood, and I hope you'll visit his Facebook page. I would recommend going to his Facebook page first and then to his Etsy shop. Because you know, for the best, it's just gotta be handmade. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Here.